Controversial new report on Canada's war on drugs is making some explosive claims. The UBC report says the program is such an epic failure that not only is it failing to take drugs off the street, it's actually making drug violence worse. Marissa Thomas reports.
Police posing with seized drugs and weapons may be proof to some that cracking down on gangs is working. But according to two Vancouver researchers, the more of these photo ops we see, the less safe we become.
Drug law enforcement has failed in its primary objective to reduce the flow of drugs in our communities. Anytime there's any successful effort to reduce the flow of drugs, that has the perverse impact of making it that much more profitable for somebody else to get into the market.
For those who remember last year's gang shootouts, it may not be a surprise that Vancouver has the highest rate of gun crime per capita in Canada. According to the researchers who systematically reviewed 15 international studies, it's the prohibition of drugs that appears to be fueling the violence.
If we get rid of prohibition, all of our problems are going to go away. They're not going to go away. And, you know, my over 30 years experience in policing, it has to be a balanced approach. It has to be reducing the supply, but at the same time focusing on reducing the demand.
The researchers also slammed the federal government's latest attempt at cracking down, saying Bill C-15, which is pending and would require mandatory minimum sentences, is going to fail miserably.
So your average voter believes that harsher sentences for drug producers and drug users deters drug use and reduces the flow of drugs. We know that's not true.
That hasn't been our experience. We know that when the right people are in custody, we'll see a reduction in crimes, and that's all part of the RCMP's crime reduction strategy.
So what's the solution to the $350 billion global illicit drug market? The researchers say Portugal may have some answers.
And that's a country that took all its emphasis away from law enforcement, decriminalized drug use, and put all the money that used to go into law enforcement into prevention and treatment.
And prevention and treatment, they all agree, need to play a bigger role in Canada.